Ever since Rocky Mountain Construction showed up on the scene in 2011, the coaster community, including myself, have been clamoring over which old wooden coasters should get the RMC treatment. Well, we saw a few that were desperately needed it, like Iron Rattler at Six Flags Fiesta Texas and Steel Vengeance, located at Cedar Point. Then there were some that, well, maybe they didn't really need a full-fledged RMC redo like Joker at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Well, maybe that's really the only one, but for today's video, I thought it would be fun to run down through a survey of sorts that I was operating over on my Instagram account. I posted a few different wooden coasters and asked if the ride should be retracked or RMC'd. So in this video, I'm going to run down this list of these wooden roller coasters and talk about how they did. The first one on the list is Thunderhead, located at Dollywood. This now classic GCI wooden coaster is a personal fan favorite of mine. Recently, I've been hearing that this coaster has started to get a little rough, so I asked the question, should we retrack it or RMC it? 100% of those who participated said that this ride should simply be retracked, and I couldn't agree more. Dollywood already has an excellent RMC with Lightning Rod, so another one isn't needed, though I'm sure coaster nerds wouldn't complain. Our next two coasters bring us to Hershey Park. The first of the two I brought up is Lightning Racers. This is yet another GCI, but this one, as its name suggests, races. You can choose your side, Thunder or Lightning, and race the opposing side. It's a fun ride, though I would argue that it's definitely on the tamer side. I would consider this a good family coaster. The audience swayed towards RMCing these racing coasters, but with a caveat. Only RMC one side and leave the other as is. This, of course, would be an interesting idea, though the lines for this attraction would most likely be lopsided as everyone would want to ride the RMC side. My personal opinion, RMC both. I'd love to see another attraction similar to Twisted Colossus, and since these are two separate coasters, the chances of dueling should be dramatically increased. The next coaster at Hershey Park is Wildcat, Great Coasters International's first wooden coaster. The audience almost unanimously voted to RMC this thing. However, this is where I'm going to disagree. Sure, Wildcat is a rough ride, it's almost a headache waiting to happen, but I'd rather see Lightning Racers get RMC'd and give Wildcat a retracking. Something extensive like that was done with Ghost Rider. Let the original coaster live on as it should and become once again one of the best coasters in the park. Moving right along, we come to Ravine Flyer 2, which is located at Waldameer Park. Everyone voted to retract this coaster. I kind of added this one as like a red herring. I think it's a great wooden coaster. In fact, it's one of my favorite wooden coasters ever. Next, we have Thunderbolt, located at Kennywood. Here's yet another roller coaster that everyone voted to save and simply retrack. The ride has gotten a little rough last season, but I know that there was some track work done over the off-season, should just be pretty good for the 2019 season. Now, if there was a wooden coaster that I'd like to get the RMC treatment at Kennywood, it would be Thunderbolt. I know this is sacrilegious, but I think this could be a fantastic RMC. But this will never happen, it's just a fantasy. Moving along, we come to Twister, located at Knoebels. This is the first on our list that the audience is divided. It was split evenly between those who said that it should be RMC'd and those who said it just simply needs to be retracked. My personal opinion, if I had to choose between Twister or Phoenix to RMC, I'd pick Twister. But honestly, I would rather have it just retract. It's a great wooden coaster. It's unique in its own way, so I don't think RMC needs to do anything with it. Finally, we come to the legendary Beast, located at Kings Island. This is the world's longest wooden coaster and ranked highly amongst coaster enthusiasts. Beast is also one of my favorite wooden coasters, though I do recognize that it is getting pretty rough. At no surprise, almost everyone voted to retrack the Beast. A couple did opt for the RMC treatment, but overall, I think everyone recognizes that this ride needs some major track work done. As cool as it would sound being turned into a massive RMC creation, I think Beast has a lot of potential being retracked. I'd love it if they would just do something with the track to get rid of those pesky trim brakes. The beast is legendary, and it needs to be preserved for years to come. Well, that's it for the list. What wooden coasters do you think need to be retracted, and which ones should just be given the RMC treatment? Let me know in the comments. As always, please subscribe and stay tuned for more exciting content coming your way from Extreme Thrills.